A local piano teacher and his students have started a new outreach program to bring music to personal care homes. It's called Sharing is Caring, and the goal is to lift the spirits of as many seniors across Manitoba as possible. To explain how it all started is piano teacher Corey Francis. Thanks so much for joining me.
For sure. My pleasure.
Tell me about the new outreach program that you and your students are doing.
So we actually do lots of recitals each year, but we have been able to get into the local care homes since March, and I know the residents really appreciated it. During this time, we've been keeping up with our tradition and doing many recitals, but they've all been online. So we've had all these recitals there, and they're great, and we can share them with families. But then a week later, nobody's watching them anymore. And so all this great content is there, and it's just not being used. And so I kind of thought, well, this would be a great opportunity to reach out to a few of our local care homes and see if we could share it with them virtually. And when I talked with my families about it, they all had different relatives in local care homes, and we ended up with quite a list, right, of care homes, not even just in Winnipeg, but all around Manitoba. So it became hard to figure out who do we include and who do we not include. So we just decided let's try and reach out to everybody in the province.
Why specifically care homes?
I think the residents and long-term care, they maybe are in a way being hit the hardest. I mean, they're obviously the most vulnerable population, but just living in a care home, I know from personal experience, I took care of my great grandmother for the last year of her life. In an Alzheimer's ward in Altona, Manitoba, prior to going to university myself to study music. I just remember it was so wonderful to see my great grandma just open up to me, and she would eat better and she would visit and she would reminisce, and she was just a different person when we included the music. And so I just thought this was something that would be really needed.
What kind of reactions have you gotten so far, both from people in care homes and the kids that you teach music to and their families?
So the reactions have been really positive. I think it's been a really great experience overall so far. For sure, we did a test run with Luther Home on January 7th. And so we shared our Christmas recital that we had recorded in December, and they included it in their Ukrainian Christmas festivities, which I thought was such a great idea. And it really worked out so well. They just said how talented the kids were and how much they enjoyed the costumes and just seeing their smiling faces. And I think my students as well have been really excited. The parents have said a lot of wonderful things, and they're excited to be a part of it and share even with their great grandparents and stuff like that in different homes.
Why was it so important for you to be able to do something like this, especially now?
I know over the pandemic, it's been tough on everybody, even small businesses, things like that, but it's also been tough on our personal health. I think it's been really important to just kind of reach out into the community in the ways that we all can. For me, it's more about that. And so many of the videos that I've chosen are just like the youngins where they're wearing a costume and they giggle at the end, right? It's just something that you know that the seniors will really just absolutely love and have a lot of fun with. It's just about spreading joy and happiness and so shedding a little bit of positivity. If we can make the journey a little bit happier now, that would be great.
Thank you. Mwah, mwah.